All the participants, all the preparers, everybody who prepared tonight. Hoshana Rabbah. Huh? It's okay. All right. Bezrat Hashem, we're going to discuss a few things about the Inyon of the Yom. We're going to mention, Baruch Hashem, I was zocheh to be in another sukkah right now, and Rabbi Yosef sitting behind you. I was mamash umka going into the Inyan, the Ikar of tonight. I know everybody loves to expand on maybe topics that most people like, which is Agadata. Everybody loves to hear stories. It's a normal thing by people, right? Everybody loves stories. Everybody loves a good story. But a beautiful thing Rabbi Yosef just pointed out, what is Hoshana Rabbah? With all the respect, with all the people who love to hear stories, but we're here to accomplish something. We're not here just to sit and to enjoy our pleasurable speakers that are going to give us bountiful amount of stories and enjoyment, and maybe we'll learn, maybe we'll have some little bit musar from it. The point of tonight is learning Torah. What does learning Torah mean? Learning Torah means that you sit and you show to Hashem that I appreciate what you gave me. I understand what you gave me is the ikar, is the main thing. Yes, there's a big discussion. Should you be learning full-time? Should you be working full-time? It is on an individual basis. This question cannot be answered publicly, and any Rav who dares to answer the question publicly should be ashamed of himself. It should not be done. It's an individual base. People come to me and say, Rabbi, you say we should always learn. In all my classes, you'll hear one thing. No, you should be learning. I don't care what you do anything else. Mostly you're going to be learning. So the guy tells me, where's my parnasah coming from? Of course your parnasah is coming from Hashem. Who do you think it's going to come from? But the guy has right now equipment he rented or he leased, a few $1 million of equipment at least. He mortgaged out himself. He's going to pay for it. For sure he's going to pay for it. Why he mortgaged the house for $20 million, for $2.5 million, and now he cannot come learn because he has to be busy working to pay it off. All that is going to have to be accounted. Each person is going to give cheshbon. Okay, he has Baruch Hashem a few children. He has to pay tuitions, $5,500 to $1,000 a month per child. Where is he going to come with that? So all those things have to be obviously calculated individual basis. And if anybody asks you what's more important in this world, nothing is more important than Torah. And as Rabbi Yosef pointed out today, Shia Barim Shalem, he said that it's one of the tikkunim tonight is the best thing to have kapara for Pgam Brit. Pgam Brit, we're talking about people that understand it. Even married people cannot get away from it. When the Shchai says you go to the bathroom, there's a big chance that even a little seed will come out while you're in the bathroom. Ad kedei kach, there's no protection against that. So, what is the best tikkun? What are we doing here tonight? We have to understand that Rabbi Yosef pointed out, that again reminded me, Baruch Hashem, with all the tzaddikim speaking about it, and it's mamash, I was thinking also, today, Agadata, people, want to hear, I was told, people who are not learning full-time, people who are not used to learning full-time, so let's do Agadata. Okay. We could throw a story here, Baruch Hashem, Rabbi kind of covered a lot of that. We're going to be giving you over the head a little bit, and that's my style. My style is, Habibi, not everything is always cushy. That's what we don't do. That is the worst thing. Especially we were talking about, somebody talked, one of my students from Miami texted me today, Rabbi, tell me on one leg, what is important tonight? Why it's so important tonight? On one leg, I tell you, one sentence. It's more important than Yom Kippur. Tonight is more important than Yom Kippur. What do you mean, Rabbi? How is that possible? Very simple. Yom Kippur, how many hours? 25 and a half hours, whatever it is, right? Yom Kippur. You come again before Shkia, you go out after Rabbeinu Tam, you have 25 and a half hours. To accomplish tonight, what we're doing is going to be accomplishing it much greater than what Kippur is itself. The Limud Torah of Hoshana Rabbah. Tonight we're sitting and we're, as Rabbi Kanov just pointed out, Arizal is giving you a freebie. If you don't close your eyes, it's a freebie. Yes. How important it is tonight. Hoshana Rabbah. Hoshana which is Gematria 51, right? It is Gematria 51, where's 51? Tonight is the completion from the entire days of Slichot, and Asarat Yemei Tshuva, and the whole Sukkah. What are we doing? The Gemara is asking a question, right? First question of Masechet Ta'anit. Why? What is this? Where are you coming up from? You're asking, what kind of question is this? From when you start mentioning powers of rain? So the Gemara, the Mishnah answers from the Shmini Atzeret. That's the bottom line. That's Kama. And the right? So the Gemara jumps, this is the Mishnah. The Gemara asks a question, what are you coming for this? What is this? Why is that such an important question? Why is that such an important question? So the Gemara says, I mean, how do you start a Mishnah with a question? You should have told me the law first. Tell me there is a law of davening for rain, and then tell me when to start davening for rain. Don't tell me right away when I should start davening for rain. Why? First tell me the law. So the Gemara asks, where you know it from? Where do you know that there is halacha that you must daven for rain? So the Gemara answers, the first try was the Masechta Brachot over there, when it's bringing you a Mishnah, discussing intricacies about when a person made a mistake in the Havdalah, in the first bracha, the second bracha, the Havdalah goes into the fourth bracha, Mashiv Aruch in the second bracha. So the Gemara says, wait a minute. I don't understand you. Why are you waiting till now? What's the question? Like this. Everybody knows, right? Baruch Hashem, we have how many Sidrei Mishnah? Shisha mi yodeya. Как по-бухарски говорят? Шишоним, Шишоним, ну? Ну, бухарский есть здесь кто-то? Ну, шиш, правильно? Шиша Сидрей Мишна, да? Сидрей Мишна. Что такое Сидрей Мишна? What is Сидрей Мишна? You have Seder of Mishnah. You have outline. You have Zraim. What's Zraim? You have the produce. Then you have Moed. Then you have Nashim. Then you have Nezikin. Kochim and Taro. Right? You have six different levels of Mishnayot, which is what? Alacha. Mishnah is Alacha, basically. What you have today, you call today modern language, we call it Yalkut Yosef. 2,000 years ago, Rabbeinu HaKadosh established Yalkut Yosef, was Mishnah, Shisha Sidrei Mishnah. And in every seder, in every composition, every structure itself, it has its own laws. So the Gemara says, wait a minute. Where is Ta'anit? Ta'anit is a Moed. Right? Ta'anit is a Masechta in the Seder Ma'ed. What is Brachot? Come on, gentlemen, you have to wake up. Let's go. Come on. Let's learn a little bit. What do you think you're going to be here? All day? No, not this guy. I wanted you to know. Masechta Brachot. Come on. Masechta Brachot is the first of the Mishnayot. I told you, what is the first one? But at least pay attention to what I'm talking. I just told you, Zraim. What do you think? I was just throwing out numbers? I'm telling you, Zraim is what? Zraim is the plants, produce, which is the first one. Then the second one is Moed, which we have Shabbat, all the holidays. Moadim. Good. Third is Nashim. Then you have fourth one is Nezikin. Then you have Kochim, the holiness, and Taharot. So again, produce, time, the schedule of Jewish nation is in doubt, discusses in that. Then you have Ishut, getting married, right? How to appropriately build the halls. And then you have damages, a person who is liable for business transactions, that's Nezikin. Then you have Kochim, and then you have Taharot, which is a little bit of the English. If you notice, I have almost zero idea, a little bit over the idea. Very hard. Hopefully one day I'll get there. But anyway, maybe we'll start to concentrate more on that. Maybe later on as we grow. But Kochim Taharot is, my rabbi said, that's the tikkun. It's the hardest one. Everything else I'm not good at yet. Still have to learn, but I'm just saying, at least I know something. So, brachot is what about? Brachot, blessings on what? Huh? Fruits, right? So your fruits, yeah, but all that has to be related to growth produce. So it's which order? It's the first order. What is Ta'anit? Order. Moadim, Moed. Holidays. Period of time. So that's in Moed, Ta'anit. So the Gemara asks a question. I don't understand you. If you're telling me I'm learning. Again, the question. What was the question of the Gemara? Come on, wake up. Why are you telling me to do something, when to do it, instead of telling me that I have to do it first? Right? It's good. So in Masechta Brachot, you told me, huh? Oh, okay, I'm going to ask you already now. So, Apo, what was the question of the Gemara?
Why are you telling me before you give me the answer?
No, why are you telling me when to start doing something? First tell me.
The law.
First, tell me I have to do it. Tell me I have to do it. You have to drink. Drink. Okay, how do you drink? Then you don't tell me how do you drink. First teach me. By the way, baby, you open the cup. You know, you drink water and it's healthy for you. Don't ask me when do you drink. First tell me I have to drink. Okay, good. Now, so same thing over here. The Gemara asks question, why are you asking me when? The Gemara answers, no, we learned it from over there in Masechta Brachot. We brought you the Mishnah that discusses when do you mention the prayer of rain. So the Gemara said, obviously, what will be the question? The next question? Right, keep it there. Why you bring it here? Yeah, beautiful. So tell me there, in Seder Zraim, in that section of the Talmud, over there discuss when I have to start praying for rain. Why you bring it to here? So the Gemara says, you're right. Doesn't make sense. We're not learning it from there. The Gemara pushes it off and says, when? Let's go back to Rosh Hashanah. Well, how did we start this talk? Rosh Hashanah says, Bechag nidonin hamayim. In Rosh Hashanah, it's mentioned in the Gemara. What's Rosh Hashanah? Which category does it fall into? Periods. That's beautiful. Moed, not Moadim. Moadim is the Yachut Yosef. Moadim, no, it's Halachot Moadim. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying it's Moed. Good. Which discusses Moadim, the periods of time of Jewish nation. So that's Rosh Hashanah. Also with Tani is mentioned in the same category. Now it makes sense. Beautiful. That again. Why did I want to bring that all? Again, as I told you, I'm merciless. One guy told me when we didn't see him. One guy out of nowhere, he just got up in the middle of the he told me, Rabbi, I'm going to fry you. You fry me. I'm going to take a frying pan. I'm going to hit you. He gets up and says, Rabbi is a terrorist. He pushes. Rabbi is a terrorist. He pushes us. So what's up with you? Though? You're going to come over here. I'm going to be by me. The two guys that we did see you, two Gerim, by the way, this last year. Every word in the Gemara they learned. Every word. They said they read it. We translated every word. A whole year. One in Secretary. Baruch Hashem. Anyway, this is how to learn. This is what you're supposed to be doing. So now, Rabbi Yosef said, so I asked him a question. I don't understand. Rabbi Yosef said, the harder you learn this tonight, it's the tikkun of the avirot, of the harshest avirot that the person does. So I said, I don't understand you. So if I don't learn hard, that means that it's no tikkun. So it says, no. That's why it comes in, itlavut. You have to give a heshek. He brought down Arizal. Arizal, when he was giving the lessons, what was hard for Arizal? Come on, who's gonna believe that for a second, right? But no, the itlavut, the desire, the fire. Everybody tells me, Avram, you fat, that's why you hot. I said, no, you don't know me. I'm all fire. I'm gonna burn you up in a second. That's not why I'm hot. Nothing to do with my fat. Nothing to do with my fat. I'm hot because I play basketball in 1 second when I was younger. In 1 second, I was an ocean. No, I had no fat when I was young. I was skinnier than you when I got married. Don't worry about it. Oh, I'm giving him a bracha. I'm scaring him up a little bit. Huh? What do you think a plov is going to do to you? The plov and the mantu and the orsilo. Huh? Huh? Yeah, whatever. Habibi, just the whole point is itlavut. So Arizal, when he was teaching, he was sweating from his head. Rabbi Yosef pointed out. Not that he was hard for him, the itlavut, the desire. One time a mashgiach of Bir Yeshiva, I don't know if it was Rabbi Luncham or another name, he walks into a shiur, it was a blizzard outside. He didn't even know it was a blizzard. He's learning what he cares. He says, snow, a little bit snow. Okay, he walks in the snow, he goes to the Beis Midrash. He didn't know there's nobody driving. Blizzard in New York. He comes into the Beis Midrash. Usually there's 300 people sitting learning in his shiur. There's 2 guys sitting, 2 guys. And people heard him outside speaking when he was leaving the shiur. People. So they asked the Rebbe after the end, what's the differences? What do you mean? I should show indifference to 2 people over 300 people. That's the difference. One person came, you give it to Avut. You have to have the feeling. It's not what you're talking to. It's not about who wants to learn from you. It's how you want to learn your Torah, how you want to pass it over. I said in Florida, there's a big reward for people. I feel that there's a big reward. I don't know, but you guys, you don't have it here. I've never had it in New York. What's the big reward? Here, Rabbi Yosef, in Florida? In Florida, if you live 2-minute walk from the shul, you still come in like you just dipped in the ocean. As soon as you come out from the house, you walk to the shul and you're all sweaty. People don't know there's a big thing when you sweat, and especially for Torah. Erev Shabbat is the best thing. Erev Shabbat. Now, what's tonight? Erev Shabbat. You're supposed to be learning Torah, sweat over it. I don't understand, Rabbi. What are you talking about? Moed, Zez, Raim. We didn't even start yet what I want to really learn with you today. This is just the introduction yet. Yeah? What's going on? You're supposed to sweat a little bit, and from that sweat, Kedusha Kadosh Baruch Hu takes, and he uses that sweat to clean us off from all the Avirot. I can imagine how many Avirot I have, how much sweat I have to Shem Rachem Alai. Anyway, so B'ezrat Hashem, we're continuing. So, the main Nekuda, as we said, we are judged we start off from the 30th of Av, which is Rosh Chodesh Elul. We're going all the way to tonight. Hoshana, Gematria, the Hoshana. What is Hoshana? Anybody ever think about for a second why we say Anna Hashem Hoshiana, Anna Hashem Hoshiana, and then we end off Anna Hashem Atzlichana, Anna Hashem Atzlichana. Do you know that these 2 opposites? What is that? Well, how is that? What does Anna Hashem Hoshiana mean? Save me. What is Atzlichana? Atzlichana, say, help me. So, what is going on here? Am I supposed to do it independently, or am I supposed to be doing it with your help? Aye. So that's why we said the first one. Anna Hashem Hoshiyana. Hashem, help me. Why? I don't deserve anything. I don't have blemish. I can't do nothing. The truth of the matter is, I'm nothing. I can't do nothing. Yeah, I thought I bought a house. I thought I built this. I thought I built that. Nothing. Without you, I'm nothing, Hashem. Hoshiyana. Help me. Without you, I can't last. So I thought to myself, I said, so what's Atzlichana have to do with anything then? So Atzlichana meaning what? Hashem, you abandoned me and I'm doing it on my own? Yeah. Hashem, if you chose that I have to, it all has to be, and you say to me, right, that I have to do Ishtadlut. So that's the Atzlichana. The Ishtadlut that I'm doing, to be Matzliach, I should be Matzliach in me. Hashem, help me that I should be successful in my Ishtadlut. So, B'ezrat Hashem, with that, we will go into the sugya of today. The sugya of today is going to be, B'ezrat Hashem, Mitzvoth, number 35, in the order. Today is the 21st of Tishri, which is Friday, Erev Shabbat Kodesh, Shabbat Shmini Atzeret. B'ezrat Hashem will be discussing Mitzvoth 35 and 36. Right? One more thing, very more important to point out. If you take a look in the order of the mitzvot, many people who have this concept, you ever heard of this word, 10 commandments? The 10 commandments. It doesn't exist in the Torah. There is no such thing. And if you say it alludes to 10 commandments, you're wrong anyway. Because the 10, Asarat Dibrot it's called. It says in the Torah, 10 Dibrot. As Moshe Rabbeinu spoke, he brought down the Asarat Dibrot. So what's the commandments there? In reality, it's 14 commandments. If you take a look over there, the Seder, I actually printed out over here. It's 25, from starting on Anochi Hashem Elokecha, mitzvah number 25. We said this Sunday, we learned mitzvah 25, believe in Hashem, Anochi Hashem Elokecha Asher Hotzlicha Meretz Mitzrayim. And then the 36 is not, okay, so 35 is not allowed to commit adultery, right? Lotinaf, the mitzvah of Lotinaf, which is the 7th on this order, right? We said yesterday, Lo Tirtzach, not allowed to murder. Now we're learning Lo Tinaf. Okay, soon they're going to build over here, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's going to be more visual. The 10 commandments, right? Most, Echal 7, B'ezrat Hashem. Right, good, B'ezrat Hashem. So again, so you have that order. Lo Tinaf is, so according to According to this wise guys, whoever created this Ten Commandments business, it's probably Christian. It has nothing to do with Torah at all. This whole concept of Ten Commandments, and that's why the movie is named the Ten Commandments, and it's made by Christians. It's to mock the Jewish people. Don't believe anything you see outside. Everything that the Goyim do is for one purpose only. It's to mock the Torah. It's to deviate from you the importance of your Torah, and to make sure that you're going to be busy with their nonsense. And in the end, as we know, when the person is busy with nonsense, he ain't got no gold in his bank account. What?
No such thing as Ten Commandments?
No such a thing.
So what's those 1 through 10 laws? What is that?
No. So those are psukim. It's Asara Dibrot. Asara Dibrot, which was not Ten Commandments. It's actually...
It was on the Luchot, right?
Right, but it's not Ten Commandments. It's Asara Dibrot. It's 14 Commandments.
You're saying the title is
The title is wrong, yes.
the title is wrong. Okay.
Yeah, and you have to be very careful with the words that come out of your mouth. Everything. You were here in the morning today when I asked the question? Well, the first question I asked before Aleinu L'Shabech, I interrupted you while you were davening.
Oh, yeah.
All right, remember?
What was it about?
No, about we're pronouncing something in our Hoshana prayer, which is not true.
Can't lie, yeah.
It's like what am I saying? Where's the Machzor? Here's the Machzor. Rabbi Yosef, right? That's it. Maybe Rabbi Yosef is going to help us. I asked him earlier today. We didn't have a chance. I'll tell you right now. Look at this. In the Hoshanot, we say something very strange. We say over here, what? The fifth, the sixth, the fourth question was in all of them. I just noticed it in the fifth because of the fresh air in Colorado this summer. Fresh air in Colorado this summer because I was too busy with the sweat in Florida. Mama, crazy stuff. Anyway, here's the fourth day. Okay, so we tell Hashem. No, we don't say it actually, the prayer. In the fifth day we say it. Oh, it's an addition, Rabbi Yosef. It's an addition in the fifth day and in the sixth day. Yeah, what does it say here? Anna, where is it? Hoshanot le'yom chamishi. Let's see. Okay, well, let's go to Shishi for a second. Oh yeah, here, Rabbi Yosef. And the sixth one, the fifth one also has it. She'eh elyon le'lachshi, na'aratz b'kedusha. Right, she'eh elyon le'lachshi. Hashem, pay attention, gentlemen. Hashem is saying to Hashem, please come towards my speech, my pronouncements. Na'aratz b'kedusha, that are hopefully mentioned in the kedusha, in the holiness. Hayom lecha bedorshi, when I'm coming to you to ask you. B'shira chadasha, with the song Shiru lo shir chadash. Every time you say a bracha, yabo, you say shakol niya b'dvaro. It's the same bracha as yesterday. No, it's a new bracha. It's a new song. Every time you say a bracha, it's a new song. So shir chadasha, ukevoshna et kovshi, and squash my what's his name? The humbleness. Refa maka anusha, right? Or heal all the hurt, whatever the heatings. So v'vei toratcha zot ha'pa'am hashisha. So he said over here, those that are spinning around the Torah, this is the sixth time. I asked the question. Wait a minute, it's not the sixth time, right? Go ahead. What's your first name? Avi. What's it, Avi? Abraham. Abraham. Okay, good. Abraham. Huh? Abraham Kohen. Kohen also. Abraham Kohen. So you had a question? That was a question. Today we interrupted you with a question. Right, I interrupted. I'm just saying. Before Aleinu L'Shabech, we said something. I'm still answering. I'm looking for an answer. אמרת רבי יוסף. את השאלה, למה אני אומר בשישי? אבל זה לא שישי. לא עקבתי. I didn't go around 6 times. It's only the 5th time I go around. So I'm still waiting for an answer. Anyway, with Hashem's help, Bezat Hashem, anybody knows, could get to me, reach to me. Very easy to find my number. Mitzvah number 35. Now, so again, Asara Dibrot is not true. 25 to 38. The 10 commandments that you know, the false 10 commandments, they actually end Mitzvah 38. So it's 25 to 38. How many? 25. Mitzvah starts at 25, ends at 38. What? 40. Okay. 40. It's 40. 25, 26. 25 is also included.
It's gonna be 13.
No calc. Okay.
No, if you count 25.
We're right now. Let's get it. Take out the boxing gloves. Let's go. Habibi. I love these guys. Huh? Oh, okay, good. No, I thought it was okay. Let's do 35. Today is number 35. Not allowed to commit adultery. So I stand up, boy, keep everybody up or what? You guys, if I'm gonna stand, you guys like this guy's all over us. Leave us alone. Okay, anyway, I'll sit. Next time, it's good for me to sit. Mitzvah 35. Shelo legalot irvat eshet ish. There is a prohibition. B'ezrat Hashem, the shiur today is refuah shlema. My dear friend that called me up, Rabbi Amnon ben Osnat. Hashem should give him refuah shlema. He's getting the surgery. Just got an eye surgery on one side. He's doing another. He's not a young man, like 70 something. Refuah shlema mirah. First one was successful, but it should be 100%, and it should be healthy 100%. It should be walking and strong and Schuto. And also my dear friend from Israel, Rabbi Yaakov Israel Daniel ben Angela, refuah shlema. Yosef ben Mafrad, Chai ben Leah. Anybody else refuah shlema? One second, one by one, quickly. Pinchos Tzvi ben Nikadam, Zoya bat Chana. What? Daniel ben Estam, David ben Janet. What? Barna bat Rochel. Что сказал еще? Ну? What? Moshe Alben. Refuah shlema. Zoya bat Brucho. Gabriel ben Pnina. Gabriel ben Pnina, это мой дядя. Hillel ben Salman. Leana bat Zoya. But it's condition, Habibi, not a sidate. That's the condition. You have to sit over here and listen, not just go pronounce the names and go. David ben? David ben Yunis? Okay, refuah shlema. Chaim Eliezer ben Sarah. Refuah shlema lekol cholei Amo Yisrael. B'ezrat Hashem, the limud Torah should be ma'aleh otanu l'kedusha, help us to go higher and higher in holiness, and them to be coming out of their sickness, and their sicknesses should be jumping into the goyim, sonei Israel.
Amen.
Shelo lavo al eshet ish sheneemar. There's a prohibition. You're not allowed to sleep with a man. Somebody has a wife. Now, somebody wants to ask a question about Pelegish. What is Pelegish? Pelegish is a halachic marriage. It's not in the Torah. It's not a Torah marriage, meaning there is no need of Girushin. There is no need of get. But really what it means is a person says to this woman, you're mine and I'm yours, right? Or you're mine, basically. And they're living together in the house. And basically when you leave my house,
It's called common law.
Common law marriage in the Torah, it's permitted, not a problem. It's a concubine. Yeah. Okay. In this instance, while she's in your house, she commits the adultery. Is also not right.
Do you have to give her a ring at least?
No, you don't give her anything. The only thing you do is you live with her. She's committing to live with you.
You live with her? Do you have relations with her?
Yeah, of course. She's living in your house. She's committed to be right only with you. No kiddushin, no ketubah, no nothing.
So this is common law.
That's a pelegish. That's the halacha. That's what pelegish is. Jewish. Yeah. There's a big discussion in New York right now how to save the marriages. How we have so Baruch Hashem. There's a lot of rabbis actually in the hick towns, not the Jewish towns. They're actually marrying off people with pelegish. They don't want to do ketubah because the girls are running around with other men to have a big problems. It's mamzerim and kol balagan. So they're marrying them off with this style. In this style.
They have a wife and they have this pelegish.
Not this and that. I'm talking about the person. That's his wife. Finished. That's his wife. Now you're gonna hear me promoting double 2-3 wives. I have no problem with that because the big rabbis already promoted. The Miller promoted. Shmuel Borma.
Your first wife allows it.
Yeah, for sure. It has to be done or before even you get married. You have to commit with your wife.
How many wives do you have?
Huh? I have one. Unfortunately, my wife is she wants to kill me. But I just mentioned a second. She says to me.
Are you recruiting?
Yeah. No, she knows my politics. She knows my opinion on Torah on this. I said, listen, lady, What do you think? Who's gonna pay? Who's gonna pay? Who's gonna pay for all this? Imagine yourself. Imagine yourself, a man 6 weeks, Habibi, 6 weeks without his wife after birth. When the Shai says every number one you go to the bathroom for pee-pee, comes out. It's not a simple thing. Who's going to pay for all that? And then we're honoring today, this generation. You know how many men were working around and they're collecting money? Their wife was half dead.
The wife what?
Half dead wives, dying in the hospitals. Shem Rachem, what's going on? What do you think is happening? For nothing? Because we were brainwashed. It's not good to have 2 wives. You have people with big beards, Rabbah. Here you have big tzaddikim. Who's going to argue Avigdor Miller? Who's going to argue Shul Bornbaum? Who's going to argue Shulchan Aruch? Who's going to argue Torah? No, it's not good. It's not feminist. And all the avirot, left and right, left and right, left and right. Huh? No, in America it's not practical. You're right. In America you'll have to have 30 girlfriends in 1 month, but you cannot have more than 1 wife. That's practical in America. Okay, so don't talk to me American practicalities. All this goyim, you have to understand, all their laws, Habibi, all their laws is against Torah. You have to understand, anything that the goy wrote, Habibi, any law the goy has, it's connected to go against Torah, even though it sounds to you good. For instance, don't hit your children. Right? Who would the children were abused, balagan, yeah, abuse. So you would think that's a good thing. Oh, the people are not going to be beating up their children. Look what happened today. Look at the Torah. The Torah. Do you think Torah is silly? There's a pasuk clearly that the Torah tells you, Gemara tells you, a father kills his son while he was mechanachim under the age of 13. The father is cut clean. The kid do nothing to the father. Not allowed to punish him. Huh?
When Abraham had to kill Esau.
No, we're talking about not killing. You're not allowed to kill your children. I'm telling you, a father is training his child, and he smacked him. As the Torah commands him to smack your child. You must smack your child. Until the age of 13, boys. Until the age of 13. That's right, you must have it.
Not past 13.
Has v'shalom, it's Averah.
Now he's a man.
Really?
Averah, to hit somebody over 13? The whole point of hitting is because he doesn't have Eitzer Tov. A child doesn't have Eitzer Tov. You're not supposed to be angry. You're not allowed to be angry when you hit him. He's hitting him. It's for his good. He has to understand what he's doing. He's doing something wrong. Now the father hit his child and he died.
Wow.
What happens? The Torah says nothing. He didn't do anything wrong.
Under 13.
Under 13. Over 13? Shem Rachem, the father is doing avirot. Some, no, there is actually, there is a shita till 21.
Wow.
Even allowed to hit his child till 21. Some shita is not well accepted. But anyway.
He's married.
Huh?
So he's married.
No, yeah, even if, while he's married. Why not? It's all right, the guy, give him behave. He's not behaving. What do you want to do?
Rabbi.
He's an evil person. A person who doesn't behave to his father, he's an evil person. You understand? We learned yesterday, right? We learned yesterday, Mitzvah 33. We said the luckiest person in the world. The luckiest person in the world, according to Gemara, who was born an orphan from both sides. The father died before he's born, and his mother died after birth. Finished. The luckiest person. Because he can never commit the sin of not honoring his parents properly. It's a big thing. We talk to our fathers. Think. Talk. Who says to your father? You to your father? To your mother?
Your father doesn't like when you call him good.
Huh? We don't.
My father hates when I say good to him.
Okay. No, it depends. It depends. Somebody over here told me, you hear?
He doesn't like when I stand up for him. He doesn't like to stand.
Gentlemen, there's rules. When I talk, only one person talks in this room. That's it. You can talk outside if you want. But here, I'm talking now. Now, sometimes I look at you, I'll let you talk, but when I'm talking, please pay attention. If you don't have to pay attention. Don't interrupt me when I'm talking. If you don't mind. Yeah. Now, what I said, the guy says like this. The guy says to his mother-in-law, Ochmo, and she gets upset. She gets worried. Why? Because every time he calls her Ochmo, he usually calls her by her first name or whatever, different name. But when he says Ochmo, he's out of anger. So maybe your father, when you says, you understand where is he coming from? If you tell him we, maybe he thinks you're upset with him.
But what if he wants you to have more of that friendly relationship?
Okay, so then he's a little bit messed up. He has to come to my shiurim, and I'm going to teach him how to fix that. Of course, what are you talking about? Something's wrong with him. What do you mean? Your son should tell you ti? Your son should tell you no, vi, chas v'shalom. Even though the Gemara says, av mocher al kvodo machul. No, it's большая другая проблема. There's other problems with this. When you call your father T, Habibi, when you call your father T, then Abba is going to say, why am I calling my father V? And another one, ripple effects. We don't allow these things. It's not good. We're a community, we're a very tight-knit community, very tight-knit, right? Your cousins are not like your father's brothers and cousins, they're not like him. So over here, now you're coming in, you're calling him T, and the other ones will call him their parents V. There's going to be conflict over here. It's going to start problems. You tell your father, Habibi, it's not for you, it's for me and for other people.
Oh, I should explain to him like that?
Yeah, and if not, come to me, I'll explain to him, no problem.
Just forget Russian,
Next.
just say you.
Chas v'shalom. Oh, the most ugliest language in the world. You. Everything is you. All right. Now let's go. Let's go back to our inyan. Now I just threw that in the pelagish. Even though we're talking about like this, she's living with you. A wife over here, obviously a wife, even if she's not living with you. A woman that you married and you didn't give her a proper get, or you went to reform shul or conservative shul and they gave her get, that is not a get. It has to be get by a musmach beidin, a beidin that has understanding what a get's supposed to be. And it's a lot of rules, intricate rules are involved in a get. So if this girl is married, divorced from her husband with this get, or from a government standpoint point of view, and she now lives on her own 25 years later, and she has a mention, and she's well-to-do, and everything is fine, she goes ahead and she has a relationship with another man, that child is 100% mamzer, and this is what we're talking about. 25, what?
Does Pelagish apply today or no?
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Lo tinaf.
So you're okay with that? Like that?
Yeah, I push it. I push 2-3 managers. Yes.
Can I ask a small question?
You have to get permission. You already said.
Can I ask
What? Gentlemen, please. I apologize. One person at a time.
Father, you have to say that week, right?
Yes.
Mother too?
Of course. Father, mother, respect.
You don't need a kiddushin for it.
Yeah, the language you don't need kiddushin.
That's just sleeping with another woman?
Not just sleeping. She has to live with you.
You have to live with her, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, he said, right? You said she's
Okay. Again, are many rabbis now in hick towns, meaning the not religious areas, like no Jewish neighborhoods, will promote such marriages. They will, trick them. They'll tell them you're married, kiviyachol, but really they're only pelagish, which halachically does not have era of znut, because remember the worst part is if a man goes ahead with a woman without intentionally being with her, just for one night stand, it's znut. And there's 39 lashes for that. And the person that doesn't understand is going to be lashed. Not from a Beit Din. If there is no Beit Din, it's Hashem. There's a lot of laws involved. We're talking about here, hello gentlemen, I just want to cover the basis over here of doing the Chas v'Shalom b'Savera with a woman, even if she doesn't live with her husband already for 40 years. Doesn't matter. As long as he's alive and he didn't give her a kosher get, then it's a mamzer. Chas v'Shalom. Not a question there. Uba pirush.
Is he committing the sin of adultery?
Of course, the man who's with her, of course, he gets killed also. Not a joke. The punishment, by the way, the punishment for being with a woman who's married to somebody else is in Gehinnom 100 years. This is not even talking about other Averot. We're just talking about this Averot. Each time. So I'm at 100 years, this year's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What if Mashiach comes?
Don't worry about it. It's Hashem's name. Uba Perush. What are you worried about the Mashiach? I don't talk about Mashiach before. You listen to me. Cannot never mention Mashiach. I don't talk about him. Why should I talk about him? What is going to help me now talk about Mashiach?
He's not here.
I'm talking right now what I have to talk. Right now, we're learning Halakha 35. Can't touch a woman who is married. Yes?
I think that our K'tuba is it says that we're not allowed to marry. That's with Shua or somebody else more.
What do you mean?
More than one.
Like a second one.
If your K'tuba says there's a prohibition, then there's a prohibition. You cannot. If you swore to your wife, you cannot marry a second wife. You're not allowed to.
But he's saying you're not gonna marry.
Rabbis make people to do that.
Yeah. I'm trying to fight those rabbis. I'm trying to annihilate them. Okay? We'll talk about it later. Why? Okay? What? It's against Torah. Why should you? What kind of nonsense is this?
gotta
Put an ad out for it.
Who's going to pay for all those averot? Tell me. Who's paying for all those averot?
We are. That's a good point.
No, the wives. The women are paying for the averot.
Why?
Because
They got
what does Sarah do? What is the purpose of marriage?
It's not her.
What's the purpose of man's marriage? To procreate, to bring children. Rabbi Big Miller says today. Shh, hello, only I talk. Again, you're saying the same thing? I have to say it again. If I say it again, I'm going to start. Gentlemen, please accept this. This is one rule. You could talk as much as you want. Get my attention. Don't talk between each other. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Tell his sister what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
About the second marriage and all that.
What do you mean, my wife? Yeah, my wife knows my opinion.
Huh?
My wife knows my opinion.
Oh, she knows?
Yeah. I'm just stuck. My rabbi said no. Finished. Yeah, I asked my rabbi. I did a mistake. I asked my rabbi. But anyway. No. I'm fighting with him till today. I'm trying to prove him that he's wrong. And I have the halakha on my side. Everything's on my side. But he's already paskin. I cannot go against my rabbi. My rabbi rules against me 99.999% of the time. I fight with my wife. Every argument, he goes on her side. But you know why? I'm happy. I sleep good.
So is it personal he answering you or?
Yeah, personally, me.
Okay, so
Yeah. No,
so it's
personally.
okay.
No, again. So it's, again, if a person is, first of all, have to be well managed. Has to be understand what we're doing. It's not snoot. We're not playing around. Whole purpose. What are you marrying for? I'm worried about the next generation. My problem is the next generation of not just like now. What's happening? Men are spilling left and right in balagan. And how many children? The goyim. The whole point of one single marriage in America, when they came to America, the establishment that polygamy is prohibited in America was. I told you, give me any law in American court, in American books. You know the law books. It's all against Torah specifically. The goyim don't have nothing on their mind but one thing. Is to destroy this Jewish nation because Hashem said the world cannot exist without us. And the Goyim are constantly fighting with him and saying, no, they could. Watch us. What was the whole thing of Migdal Bavel? What were they trying to do? They were trying to break the glass for the water to come down and destroy the world. Because they said, Hashem, you're not in charge. We're going to be in charge. As they say, they bring a pasuk to Hashem. They don't know how to learn, obviously. Shamayim la Hashem. The skies is to you. Haaretz you gave to us. It's our real charge. They're crazy. The goyim are crazy. So obviously, it's an uphill battle. But Baruch Hashem, I have Gdolei Mador. Before they died, they wrote on their books. Rabbi Miller, too many girls not married. Too many. So many single girls. The Jewish nation has so many single girls. You're going to have to marry them off. Start to marrying them off. 2, 3 years, one shot. To one person. Rav Shmuel Berman says, no, that's not enough. The problem, you can't pay a mortgage today with 2 incomes. You need 3, 4, 5 incomes at home. To pay a mortgage. To sustain yourself. Look at the prices, going crazy, sky high. So what do? The more the merrier. What's the worst thing? What's the worst thing when there is a divorce? It's very expensive. The most expensive thing in the world is divorce. Because it's separation, there's more expensive. Now they have to live here, they have to live there. When the people together, achdut, there's less expenses. I'm not talking. But again, why did we start there again? That's my problem. I give a topic here sometimes, but I have to understand, how did we even get there? How this became allowed? 60 years ago in America, if a woman, was adultery on her husband, first of all, she don't get nothing. No, gunish mit gunish, if she doesn't go to jail. Okay? And there was cases where the husbands killed their wives and it was okay. What, today? Shem Rachem. No, the judge looks at the man and he says, what's your problem? Pay her half. What do you mean pay her half? What?
I think if you
Not in America. In some countries, yes. In some countries I heard that they're allowed to kill their wives and no problem. But we live in America now.
In some states it's still okay.
The what? To kill your wife?
To kill your wife if it's...
It's in the...
Oklahoma.
Adultery? I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. Not. Google it, please. Google it. I want to see you Google it. Shem Rachem. I never heard of it.
This is a woman's world here in America. He just told her.
Snapped, and yeah, he goes to jail forever.
He go to jail.
Of course he goes to jail. No, come on, not in America. Okay, but that's not the point. Chevre. the children, the people are brainwashed today. A girl is growing up, my husband is going to be with somebody else. Habibi, why do you think he's marrying you? He wants to have children with you, but you can't have children all the time. The wife declares after certain births. Today, unfortunately, there's a lot other reasons why woman gets sick. Baruch Hashem, I speak to my rabbanim and I give him chidushim on that, explanations. 100%, and everybody loves it. But the problem is nobody cares. Why think a woman can't give birth anymore? So what should the guys do? He's 35 years old.
Move on.
She can't give birth.
You get to divorce her.
No, he can't divorce her. He has 5 children with her, 7 children with her. What are you talking about?
So I'm saying move on.
He has 10 children with her. No, he has a mitzvah to be with her anytime, until she dies. He married her. He promised her he's going to give her what she needs. It's her physical needs. What do you mean? Asur. But no, she's going to touch somebody else, I'll kill him. Why? Because the programming, in the brainwashing that happened through her childhood, she is brainwashed, chas v'shalom, to another wife. Why not?
But is his idea the same? He
What?
wants to procreate.
He must, but Hashem commanded him to do it.
Who can afford this?
Huh? Okay, we'll talk about it later. Next. ובא הפירוש שלשון ניאוף סתם משמע באשת איש. חביבי.
He's married to my sister.
Very good. Now, start.
Why did that need to be put out there?
Okay. So now, what is ni'uf? The Torah tells us lo tin'af. So Gemara, the Torah tells us over there that it's talking about touching a woman who is married. כמו שאמרו זכרונם לברכה, אין ניאוף אלא באשת איש. ונכפה זה הלאה בסדר האחריהם. This עבירה is actually repeated again in ספר ויקרא, chapter 18, פסוק 20, שכתוב שם בפירוש, ואל אשת עמיתך לא תיתן שחובתך לזרע לטומאה בה. A woman who is amongst your nation, who is under a husband, meaning there's another man that's with her, she's related to another man, you are prohibited to put in her the sperm. Now, before we go into the Mishor Shem Mitzvah, we're talking about halachot nida. Every woman for you is nida, except for your wife. How much for? We will learn later on if you look at the...
Is that including the concubine then?
What?
Is it including the woman that's a concubine?
What do you mean, nida?
Yeah.
Again, if she's committed to be with you in your house, that's it. Pilegish. Al Shem Pilegish, no problem.
But the laws of Nida do apply to her, correct?
No, I'm not talking about nida as actually nida. Every woman, no. 1 second. Every woman to you is nida. Even if she's not nida. Your friend's wife is not nida. You know she went to mikvah last night, which is haram. I feel sorry for this man. He should be lashed 39 lashes and even 1,000 lashes. How dare him tell you that his wife went to mikvah? How dare him? How dare any woman? She sees a woman in another mikvah, tells her husband, oh, his wife was there. Chas v'shalom. They should all get flanked 1,000 times until they do tshuva. How dare you? The most intimate thing to Torah. We're so proud. So now, we're saying every woman for you is nida. Now touch her. Why not touch her? What do you think? Who has the smarts over here? Is touching a woman outside in the street Isur Doraita or the Rabbanan? What? What do you say, Rabbi? Of course it's Doraita. What's mitzvah? Huh? No machloket. No machloket. Baby, I know what you're saying. Very small opinion what you're saying. Chiduch here brings down all the shittot. He tells you the mitzvah number 288 Rambam.
Even Goyim.
I understand, but again, the chinuch is siding with the Rambam, and he explained to you why. The tam out of this world. Why is touching a woman the Isudo, right? It says over there, the law should mitzvah 288, you're not allowed to do with a woman what you do to your wife. What do you do to your wife? You touch her. Why are you touching her? He asked a question. Why are you touching your wife? You want to go to bed with her. So that's it. So once you establish that touching your wife is for the purpose of going to bed, here is prohibition to touch any woman in the world. Any woman in the world. Doesn't matter who. Huh? That's right. It's initiation. Touching is now, yes, according to Rabbi Yosef, there is opinions that the Rabbanan, we are noted because of the word of Chomer Inyan and the ta'am of this world, out of this world. If the whole purpose of touching is And the Torah, the lashon of the Torah is telling you not how to do anything with another woman. So that's where we learn it from. But anyway, Mishorshei mitzvah, the rules of this mitzvah. What's the purpose of this mitzvah? Why can't I sleep with somebody else's wife? What's bothering anybody? She came to me. He's not bothered. Yeah, you know this thing that's happening in San Diego or San Francisco. Swingers, yeah, that's the language. Yeah, or they have 7 years. After 7 years, they have 1 year break. You ever heard that? Hashem Erachem. While they're married, she goes with another man, and they're exchanging wives. Hashem Erachem. But the question is, what's bothering Hashem? Yeah? What do you want to say?
Question. In a certain specific profession that you're in, that you might have to touch a woman.
Oh, like medically?
One second. Hold on. Let me see. What's a profession, first of all? If you don't tell me profession, there's nothing to talk about.
That's like a medical.
What? Hashem Erachem, I love.
Anesthesiologist.
Nobody here is the guy.
Hashem should have mercy on him. Next.
Anesthesiologist.
What? Well, again, but Hashem should have mercy on him. That's all.
Okay.
What did I say? Did I say anything wrong?
But his intention there isn't to like.
Hold on.
It doesn't matter his intention.
You don't have to do that.
In your parnasa.
Yeah. The Gemara says you should take a clean job.
In your parnasa,
Yeah.
90% of the people that you have to touch.
Are you a barber?
Yes. Nailed it, of course. Why not? Why would I be a barber? Are you in school? Yes. For what?
You done? You done speaking?
I'm not.
Asur. Finished. Nothing to talk. I can't go against my rabbi. Rabbi Chaim was very much vividly against.
If I put gloves on,
Doesn't matter. I put on gloves on.
I'm asking a question.
That's the excuse. Where did you learn that putting gloves on is okay? Why would you think that okay? Why would you think putting on gloves on is okay?
Because that's not how you would possibly.
Excuse me.
I'm not trying to make it okay.
No. But again, the fact that you're saying you want to put on gloves, what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
You're still touching.
No, but what does that tell you?
You're already doing something wrong.
That's right. The fact that you're asking that question already, I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong. You don't go that way.
Doing himself one step removed.
No, it's like
Huh?
like you're doing something dirty.
One step removed that way.
Habibi, you ever smelled a hair of a woman?
Yeah.
Are you married?
No.
Soon, B'ezrat Hashem. Okay, I won't go deeper than that. All right, next. Let's go weiter.
My apologies.
Why are you apologizing? It's good.
This question.
I love it.
Even with gloves,
No.
don't even put in your chair.
That's Asur. 100%.
This is
Again.
not a joke question.
I know. Again, any kreva to a woman is nida. Not allowed to.
What? Okay, I'm sorry.
Mittens.
Okay.
What if it's a woman came, man?
Shh, 1 second. Still Asur.
What if you can tell?
If it's affecting your parnasah, because that woman will go, if you're rejecting her to service her, she's gonna go on Google,
You're gonna
one star
ruin
review.
business.
It's gonna add up, and
But
people
she's
will
not in
check
charge
the
of your
business.
parnasah, Hashem is.
I know you're gonna say that. So get it.
That star's gonna shine, baby.
I don't understand. I understand. What's the problem?
Oh, there's no problem?
No problem.
Okay.
You reject the service.
Again.
I'm answering my own question.
Any question,
If any woman comes in
any
your shop,
tshuva, Habibi.
and if you have employees,
What's his name?
pass them on. Pass them on.
Real Kohen Isho. Kohen, it's a tzaddik, a tahor. Hashem should give you parnasah, b'shefa, b'nachal, b'salva, without any surim, with only with greatness, with graciousness, and you should be doing only dvarim b'kedusha b'ezrat Hashem. That's it. I'm not here to judge. Do whatever you have to do. You know, you have your own rabbis. I don't know. This is what my rabbi told me.
I'm not here to play.
Touching women, haircuts is not allowed. No, and no excuses. Even if the ugliest woman in the world comes in, you cannot do her haircut. Because I know when I smell my wife's hair, things are not the same as was before the smell.
Can I cut my
Okay. All right. So let's go.
If you're in the medical profession,
Yeah.
and you have to touch the woman,
Yes.
Which you do.
That's not
I
what I said.
gotta do it.
I think it's okay.
All right. So listen.
What do I gotta do?
Again, where are you? OBGYN? Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. I feel sorry for the guys though. Listen, I have a good friend. He's a doctor. He's OBGYN. What can I do? He's Jewish, religious. But Hashem Rachem Allah. No.
He's an anesthesiologist, right?
You have to save. What's the question? I don't understand.
What am I supposed to do? Not touch them?
Again, what's your profession? You're in the medical industry that has
Anesthesia.
anesthesia?
Anesthesia.
that's needed. But today is needed. What's the problem?
So as long as it's needed,
Yeah.
then it's
Their haircut, when you go into the hair, that hair, that smell, come on.
She
Come
can
on.
go to a woman hairstylist versus she doesn't know who her anesthesiologist is.
No, but there's no, this is an emergency. Habibi, Habibi,
yeah, I can't just be like
Azaku Baruch.
male patients. That's
Are you kidding me? Then you go to jail for that. Okay, you're gonna go to jail. He's not gonna go to jail. Okay. No, not fired. You go to, you'll be lucky if you're fired. Because what, we'll put you in the jail. That's your oath. Didn't you just swear an oath?
I think you might lose your license, right?
Yeah, more than a
And they
license.
could lose the license.
Yeah, of course. Medical, you cannot deny. And halachically, there's no problem. There's no problem halachically. What are you doing? She opens up her back. You usually put it in the spine. You put it in the vein. It's not like the whole world over there.
Yeah.
No, but that's not, the barbershop is more intimate. Huh?
I open her mouth up.
Okay. Oh, you're a dentist? What?
We're not going to anesthesia to plastic
Oh,
surgery.
okay.
are we?
No problem. No problem.
You are.
Not a problem. Halachically, you're saving a person's life.
It's like super.
Not a problem. Next.
Well, what if it's surgery that's not?
Seriously.
Without your job, she'll die.
Yes.
So that's it. That's fine. Okay. Next. Gentlemen, please, let's go. Why we're not allowed to be with another wife, a man's wife? מצווה זו כדי שיתיישב העולם כאשר חפץ השם. והשם ברוך הוא רצה שיהיו כל ענייני עולמו עושים פירותיהן כל אחד ואחד למינהו ולא שיתערבו מין במין אחר. The whole purpose of this world, HaKadosh Baruch Hu created that he made this world to be multiplied and settled the way he wants it. And his strong desire is that there should be no intermingling. Okay, don't forget, besides the physical aspect, there is spiritual aspect to everything in this world.
I have a question.
Harei ad mikudeshetli, it's physical or spiritual? The words Harei ad mikudeshetli. Anybody? Gentlemen, before your question, 1 second. Harei ad mikudeshet. What's mikudeshet means?
Can you translate?
You are betrothed to me. You're becoming holy to me. Obviously, it's spiritual, right? So there is a spiritual connotation. There is something that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants in this world from you now. Now that you became a union, a man and a woman, there is a union here. He wants them to have children. And again, if she goes somewhere else, that's a mixture of different creatures already. Chas v'shalom, when she has a mamzer, that is another creature in spiritual realms, not just physical. Physical, he could be like a very nice baby, very nice, smells like a baby powder. What is it? Baby oil you pull? Yeah, right. That's where my wife goes crazy on babies. Okay, anyway, but still, it's a mamzer. What are you gonna do? What's your question?
2 questions. One, let's say you have a concubine, and concubine leaves and has a relationship with somebody else.
Okay.
Is that
No, she's not a mamzer. She left him already. Finished. That's the No.
no?
What's a
No,
concubine?
Concubine is Avraham Avinu had a wife Sarah.
Okay.
She was mikudeshet. She was mikudeshet to her. He was mikadesh her, meaning he gave her a ring or he gave her money or star. He said, "You're my wife." That's called kiddushin. That's a wife. Then Sarah sees that she can't have children. She comes over and she says, "Abraham, take my maidservant."
Yeah.
As a pilegage. He didn't marry her. Maidservant. Not just maidservant, now she becomes his wife-in-law, it's called in America. Wife-in-law. Huh?
So concubine.
Concubine.
If she leaves,
Once she leaves, well, like right now, Abraham Avinu sent her away. Why is her name changed? Anybody knows why her name changed? Huh? Hagar's name changed, right? Who was the third wife of Abraham Avinu? Keturah. It's not a third wife. She's actually his second wife. Okay? Rashi says, why is she called Keturah? Remember, any name you see in the Torah, it's not a real name. It's no, that's not a real person's name. The Torah Torah alludes Nimrod. It's not his name. You're not allowed to name your child Nimrod because there's no. When he was born, his name was not Nimrod. Okay, because Rashi explains to you, Hashem Shemarad b'Malchut Nimrod. Okay, there was no such name as Nimrod. So Torah has many names. There are allusions of their person's end result of his actions. So now, Hagar, Everybody, whatever Torah tells you, real names are real names unless the Chazal tell you that's a real name. Avraham Avinu is a real name. That's it. Elimelech is not a real name. Paro is not a real name. All those names.
Ephraim's not really.
Huh?
Ephraim?
Again, Ephraim, if the Torah tells you that Yaakov Avinu called him Ephraim, Moshe, that's what he reiterated, that's their names. But it still could be a question. Maybe it's a reiteration. At birth, there's people different names. That's why Abraham, his name changed. But anyway, 99.99999% of Torah names that are mentioned, they're not their real birth names. It's their behavior. So what happened to Hagar? Rashi tells you on the spot. Her name was Keturah. What's Keturah? Keturah, what happened? Because she left when Abraham Avinu sent her away, she was technically allowed to go sleep and marry with anybody she wants.
That was her gift.
She didn't have to give her get. Bye-bye. That's right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Once the union has been broken, by either person leaving,
She was
that's it.
released.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
that's it. That's Pelegish. So over there, why is she called the Ketoret? What is Keturah? Keturah means Ketoret, fragrance. What is the she was holy. She was holy. What was her holiness? Holy people have a smell, special smell. Special smell. I walked once to a shul in Miami, beautiful, North Miami Beach, and it was right before. I like to come. Like Bukharis, we all like to come before mincha a few minutes, sometimes more than a few minutes. So I come in and I see these guys are learning there, and I smell a smell. The Zohar tells us there's a smell. I seldom smell it once. That's it. You have to smell it once. It was a reach tapochim. Smelled like a garden of apples. Yeah? So I told the guys, I said, probably there's apple trees around. Not one apple tree. This guy's learning Torah was Kadosh. Mamish, Erev Shabbat, Balabatim, steigen away. It's a beautiful thing. The smell. Holy people smell. The Rashayim smell the opposite.
Maybe there was a little bottle of essential oils?
No, I checked. Nothing. Don't worry. Believe you me, I'm more observant than you. I'm a very observant Jew. I observe everything. Oh yeah. I go in, my eyes like, when I walked in here, I scanned the whole thing like a 360. I was like, okay. I walked into the other shul, I scanned, well, that's the way I am. What are you gonna do? Anyway, so these people, the holy people smell good. They have a special fragrance, and you can smell them. And Rashayim, you run away from them because of the smell. Many people you can smell it also. My Rosh Yeshiva's wife, Rav David Lopyan Shlita, his wife once told him that she was very upset with him. Why he was allowing somebody to come to drive him. She got into the car, whatever. Somebody, drive him. And she said when she walked into the car, she couldn't sit there for a second. She scented the evilness of the person. It smelled horrible. And the Rab said, whatever, he answered her that he's trying to be mekar of him, whatever. Bring him back. Evil people have smell. It's a horrible smell. Everybody can smell it. Anyway, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't want intermingling. So he says, now, you're going to ask a question. Now, this is another very important nekuda. I don't know, but Bukharis also we have this little problem, which I was if you're saying the Aliyah Torah, we don't have this problem. By Moroccans, it's horrible. I'm trying to work on it in Queen. In Miami, what they do is they call men to the Aliyah Torah. They call the father's name. They say the man's name with his mother. Only mother's names. They say, I don't know why. I'm fighting with it already for almost a year and a half. I'm fighting it. I'm saying, stop it. The whole Torah is yichus is for the husband. The whole yichus, the whole Torah is father. Why? So I said it could be motzi shem las al. Somebody says my name is. He goes to Aliyah Torah, or he gets a bracha. If it's refuah shlema, it's the only time we're allowed to say mother's name. It's the only time the Gemara says Shabbat. You don't say the father's name. When the person is dead, it's always father's name. Always father's name. Because we have to be mityaches. And that's the reason you're not allowed. One of the reasons is that we want the children to be the continuation of a family. You said 2 questions. You only asked 1.
Forgot this.
Okay. It's not important.
Oh, no. The second question was if you kind of answered it. If she leaves and has a baby, then the baby's
Baby's not a mamzer. No. Okay. Next. Yeah. HaKohen HaKadosh. What are you sorry about? Why are you sorry all the time?
I don't want to.
Don't cause trouble and don't say sorry.
So if I pray for my children,
Why, nobody's got a joke. Okay, Machila.
they can be blessed. So when I pray for my children, do I pray for them as my not sure for Shalom, just
Bracha. Hashem give bracha. You want to say you want?
my son?
Yeah, you have to say your name.
Aaron ben Ariel.
Yeah, your name.
as
Ariel, Ben Ariel, Ben Ariel. Your daughter's Ben Ariel also, of course. The only time we say mother's name is when there is sickness. And why? It's very simple. Because women have less avirot than us.
But when you say father's name, isn't the father getting judged in Shemaiah?
No, what do you mean you're saying father? Nobody's getting judged. Once you, what are you saying? The only person that's being judged, the name that you mentioned. Okay, you don't. The fact that you're saying Ben, the father doesn't get judged. Why should he judge? Why should he judge?
Because they get judged because you said they pray for Shlema, they pray for Shlema, you see the mother's name. Why?
Right.
Because when they say the father's name, they open his file and say, this guy is supposed to learn Torah.
Okay, so you say
Supposed to learn Torah, supposed to do this, that's what
no. But again, so
she has sour, she has
good. But I guess we're gonna say it maybe in that way. I hear the question. We're gonna make the importance of yichus is gonna trump that.
Let's go Yichus.
Heritage.
Heritage?
The heritage is more in Hashem's eyes is the most important thing. That's why we're learning here. The heritage is very important.
So I should say.
We have to be, yeah, of course, we have to be very careful with that. Over there, we will. You're saying, oh yeah, they'll pull up his record. Well, it doesn't matter if they'll pull up a record. Right now, the child doesn't need extra help. I understand, but the whole thing over there is not that they're gonna judge the father or the mother if you're gonna look at the bed avirot. Right now, the child needs help. If he needs help medically, so if to grant the help, you need somebody that has less avirot. But over here, you're davening for your child to be, let's say, a tzaddik. You want your child to be holy.
To be holy.
Right? So, over there you say Ben Ariel, of course. Because yichus is what Hashem wants.
If he's a Kohen, you say a Kohen or no?
Of course, always he has a Kohen. A Kohen is a davar chashuv meod, I'm telling you.
Since you guys are already on this topic, I learned that in some West
That's the only topic we're discussing now. What do you mean?
Right now you guys are saying this Ben and thing.
Yeah.
When somebody gets called up to the Torah, if they don't know the father's name, and they ask the person, like the kid,
No.
like what's your father's name, and they're waiting, you're supposed to say Rav. Why don't we do that today?
Rav?
Yeah. Like Rav, and then you're supposed to say your father's name.
No, you say we could say Moreni Skini, Moreni Avi, but Rav, why don't you have to Rav say?
That's
Ashkenazim, they say Reb all the time. By them, everything is Reb. Reb is kavod.
Rav, and then your father's name.
What happens if your father is a Chacham?
If he's married.
What happens if your father is a Chacham? You don't say Reb, you say Chacham. Okay, whatever, you give a title. Yeah, it's appropriate to give a title. More Avi, more Skini, more Zaknati, huh?
Rabbi, how much you charge for your services?
Which services?
To move here.
Be a rabbi.
We're looking for a rabbi. We're out there just searching.
Continue searching.
Okay. Mailbox on the other side
We're on
of
Indeed.
Mexico.
We have one right here, man.
Yeah, but become a Chacham over here. What's your problem?
Listen, we want 2 rabbis.
Oh, 2 rabbis. It'll be very expensive.
Every,
2 rabbis are very expensive to sustain.
Every good bit can I say.
The question is very simple. I'll tell you, I'll answer it to you. Very good question you're asking. How about what's the services? What do you want a rabbi for? You want a rabbi that will teach the Torah, that will elevate the makom, or you want a rabbi that goes to sell jewelry. He comes in the morning. I'll give you a little class at night, level of class. I'm gonna buy it. Or you want to have constant growth.
We would like for you.
Do you want your house to be worth $1.5 million?
At least once a month.
Habibi, how much is your house worth right now? 500, 700, 600,000? 650?
That ballpark, yes.
Ballpark. You want it to be worth 1.5 million?
Why not?
So this is my answer to you. Get a rabbi over here who's going to push everybody to learn nonstop.
Yeah,
Okay.
Everybody heard that?
If you want your house to go up to 1.5 million, that's the only way.
And what house are we talking about?
Your house.
Your whole
We live in Aurora, Rabbi. This is
What?
Aurora, by the way.
Yeah, so
Nothing about 600.
This is like.
that's what you're dreaming of.
This is the best. This is the best gift.
You guys get your koilel here. Excuse me. You put up a koilel. Right. You put up a koilel over here. You put up a koilel there. 4 or 5 guys learning full time. If you can't afford it, then you know how much it's going to be? I'm saying.
Is the worth of our house going to bring us close to Kadosh Baruch Hu?
Of course, because you're coming holier. Once you're holier, like I know a tzaddik, Habibi, listen. Yeah, of course. I daven in Miami with somebody right now. The guy is blowing shofar, Habibi. I have 10 guys standing in front of me. They could blow shofar. The roof is gonna go up, right? The man is so holy. The rabbi, Mazeh holy. Anytime you knock, he's always with the book. Mazeh, non-stop learning. You're blowing shofar, the worst thing in the world you hear. But it's kadosh. That's kadosh. But what depends with Bukharians? The problem with our Bukharians, Rabbi has to be a shochet, Rabbi has to be mohel, Rabbi has to be this, and Rabbi has that, and that, and okay, when is going to be learn Torah? When is going to be a Talmid Chacham? He's going to do all that, but when is going to be understand Rashi, understand the Tosfot? He's going to bring you Sdarim, explain to you what Gimarot is, what it is.
Open the channels for us.
Well, that's the only way.
So you need two.
Okay, I can't in the middle of a shiur. I'm in the videos.
Imagine this on YouTube right now.
He said the whole world's gonna see this.
Don't worry, my videos get very little views. Don't worry about it.
He has
Okay.
He said he has TikTok too.
Oh, well, let's just finish one second. ועוד יהיה כלשון ממש שתבינו, גם כן לא לבוא על האחות ועל הרבה נשים. Okay. So the oof is not only a wife. Habibi, one second.
He needs an appointment.
We need to get her married first. All these marriage questions over there.
He needs an appointment.
What?
It's on topic. You just said what problem does the Torah have with women going with another man? If he's okay with it, if he's okay with it.
Right. Hashem has a problem. Explain to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
How is it Pelagish different?
What?
How is it Pelagish different?
Because she's no longer under him. What do you mean?
No, but it
But
permits,
the moment she left, that's it.
it permits him having a Pelagish.
Right. The Torah allows it. The whole problem, the whole issue with Pelagish is we don't want znut. Znut is the worst thing. Hashem hates znut. Znut means immorality of prostitution. Okay? Sleeping with a woman one time, it's called prostitution.
I believe
One
you
time.
one-on-one class about.
Okay? Unless now she's part of his wife. Okay, I don't say. First, let's get married, and we'll talk about the rest, other stuff. Topic again. No, he's supposed to say, what about somebody sleeps with his sister? That's the oof. Or again, we said there's later on in this sefer, he's explaining even a daughter of other will be asur to touch after a certain age. And there was a big tzaddik. He would get excited next to his daughter. He would tell his daughter not to come close to me ever. Not allowed to finish. The Yetzer Hara, what? Я понимаю, не пойдет. Меня не волнует, что пойдет. Проблема у всех в голове есть. Что? Трогать? Опять-таки, if a person gets a little bit excited from his daughter, in any way, у него нет проблемы. Он healthy. He's very healthy. That's why he gets excited. What do you think this is? That's what a human being is supposed to be. You're supposed to get excited when a young girl, nice clean girl comes to you, and you're supposed to, so stay away from her. Why not? A 17, 18-year-old and she's all blossoming and she's coming on top of you. What do you mean, you know what? So don't touch her. Don't touch her. You're not allowed to. What do you mean?
How about brother and sister?
Chas v'shalom!
They can't hug.
They cannot be sleeping in one bedroom.
No,
not sleeping in one bedroom.
Even touching.
you don't
Boys,
see for a long time.
here's the halacha. Here, Ariel HaKohen HaKadosh. Shtei Kohanim. Two tzaddikim over here sitting. Wow, feel so holy. Abraham and Ariel. Listen. Aleph and Aleph. You know, there's Ashgacha, Aleph. Listen. The law is like this. Gentlemen, a 3-year-old girl can never be touched anymore. After 3 years old. A 9-year-old boy cannot be touched by a woman. A 9-year-old boy cannot touch a 3-year-old girl anymore. Okay? This is all already now. We're talking about distancing from Avira. Okay? This is Ni'uf. Halacha l'maaseh. A 9-year-old boy cannot touch a 3-year-old girl. Cannot play together anymore. Brother and sister. Yeah. Crazy. You know how many girls are visiting raped homes in Borough Park?
Rabbi, I can't hug my sister?
No. allowed to. For sure not at your age. For sure not.
Brand new.
For sure not.
She's 40.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's still blossoming. At 40, she's still. And I don't know if.
Technically,
I'm talking. I'm telling you, even if she's. Although I'm telling you, even if she's 100% dressed properly, it's still a problem. And if she's not, don't tell me we're robots. We're not robots. We're humans. Okay, we're not supposed to forget that.
I mean,
You could say whatever you want. Torah is telling you this is what happens. When
Since you're human.
and apotropos de arayot. You know what that means? There is no protection from anything that has to do with privilege, from being a man and a woman. How many cases men go with their mothers, sisters, brothers? Hashem Erachem.
This is like even in a public place, right?
Of course, it's a start. It's a touch. It's the initiation. It's initiation.
You would be embarrassed to.
I know, but it's still initiation. You don't understand. You don't understand why people kill. You never know that kill each other. If a man comes into his wife, she's like, okay, Khalas, get out of here, bye bye. That's in my mind. But some people go crazy; they'll kill. Chas v'shalom, it should never happen to nobody that I know. But just give a kid a bye bye. Case closed. No, I have to kill her, but again, there's emotions. There are people. I'm very unemotional person. It's not true. It's not true. I'm more emotional than anybody you'll know. But when it comes to Torah, my wife is like, hello, but that's what I'm going to do. What do you want? Like I told you, you don't understand. My rabbi, only reason I go to my rabbi is because I know he's going to go against me anyway. But at least I'll stop fighting with my wife. He's going to go. Never. Not one time he took my side. And I tell you more than that. He took my side once. Literally half hour later, my side was no longer valid.
that's where Rabbi also.
Yeah.
That's where Rabbi also.
Yeah. No. The rabbi tells me one thing. Okay, it makes sense. No problem. Calls up half hour later. My wife called her, his wife.
Who's your Rabbi?
Rav David Navarro, big tzaddik from Staten Island. Big tzaddik. No, he's Afghani. Afghani, yeah. Navarro, yeah, very famous. Navarro.
The real Rabbi is your wife's Rabbi?
Yeah, of course. It has to be the same person.
Oh, it has to be the same?
Of course. Chas v'shalom, two different rabbis. Two different chefs in the house. What? So what happened was, this is what happened. So the rabbi says, okay, you don't eat this, no problem. Okay, I'm happy. Baruch Hashem, first time in my life. The rabbi took my side, okay? Hey, wait a minute. I get a phone call. Half hour, maybe a day later. What happened was my wife called his wife. She convinced him. Abraham, you're wrong.
It was a mistake.
Then I say, you know what, Rabbi? People are upset with me. But people are upset with me. Why don't I grow a big beard? You kidding me? I tell my wife, I take everything from me. Just take. I want to grow my beard. She says to me the other way around. You take everything. No beard. Let's go to the rabbi.
So you always lose, though.
Always. And it's okay because I you know what I tell my wife? I tell Hashem, before I go to ask a question, I say, Hashem, tell me what you want me to do through the rabbi.
Through the Rabbi.
That's the way you're supposed to approach every rabbi. You speak to Hashem first. Hashem, help me. I don't know what you want from me. What do you think? The rabbi's not deciding anything. It's Hashem. I had a big fight with my wife just recently about marriage. Here, we're talking about marriage. My boy turned 17 in one day. Rambam. I go to the rabbi. He's in 12th grade, going into 12th grade. He turned in June, the end of school year. 11th grade finishes. 17 in one day. I say, Rabbi, here's Maran. Boreinu ve'Rabbeinu HaKadosh Rambam. 17 in one day. You have to get married. Chovah to get married. Oh my goodness. I go to my son. I said, listen, mister, you're getting married. I don't care about your school. What are you wasting my time over there? Go get married. Balagan at home, back and forth. My wife starts fighting with me. No, leave him alone. He has to learn. I said, listen, Rebbe, it's in the Torah. Here's halakha. What, you don't see?
Does he have to, or is it permitted?
No, by 20 he's going to die if he doesn't marry. That's the halakha.
You said 25.
20, I said. Never said 25.
This morning you said 25.
I said 20. I brought you a story about a boy who was killed in the lake, 20 years old. I didn't tell you 25. I don't know where you're coming out with
You said
numbers.
it's a kill if he's 25. I promise you said 25.
No, I said I don't help anybody off the 25.
Oh, okay, fine.
For free. For free. For free.
I thought 25, you said after 25
No,
years,
no,
she has
no.
a problem with like
25 and up, I charge $10,000.
That's cheap.
Not for me. The money goes to all my projects. You know how many projects I do, Baruch Hashem.
If he's 25, after 25, he doesn't want to get married.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. If somebody's not married at 25, he doesn't want to get married anymore.
Finding a way.
Okay?
That's not true, I don't think. I have a good friend.
How old are you?
29.
29. I'm a little bit older than you, and I know just on my phone,
All the girls
this-
connected, what are you supposed to do?
this crazy phone that it's making recording me has over almost 7,000 contacts. I don't know what you're talking about. I have experience a little bit, Baruch Hashem. Let's go, continue. Okay, mitzvah. Lamed Vav. Shelo lignov nefesh miYisrael. Oh. Now, what does it say over here? Lo tinav velo tignov, right? The next halakha, you're not allowed to steal. What are you talking about? Kidnap. Everybody knows that, Baruch Hashem already. Let's see. Shelo lignov nefesh miYisrael. So the question is, over here, the Rambam and the Chinuch is doing a hadgasha. It has to be Israel. So mashma from here right away what you hear. If I steal a goy, is that allowed?
No.
Kidnapping a goy is allowed?
No.
It's still
Not allowed? You're right. What's the punishment?
Just kidnapping for
39 less.
marry someone?
No.
Or just kidnap.
Kidnapping.
just kidnap. Like,
It's sold it.
steal a kid.
Is it the
No,
right?
this is the Deraita. The Isur Deoraita is if you took the business is like this. Let's learn it inside. Shneimar, it says in chapter 20, pasuk 13, Lo tignov. The Torah tells us Lo tignov. Uba Pirush Mechilta in the Sanhedrin on page 86 Amud Aleph, the first side, says like this. It's talking about stealing a human, a live person. Okay? Now, stealing a goy is a sur. You're not allowed to steal anybody. You're not allowed to kidnap. You're not allowed to go anything. You're not allowed to steal from a goy. Kidnapping a goy would be also a sur, but there's a difference. The nafkamina is the punishment. The punishment would be, now, we found this guy, we caught the guy, we returned the child, or returned the person he kidnapped, no problem. What do we do with this guy? Okay, Dinei mitzvah, kego. Masha amru, as we explained over there in Masechet Sanhedrin, page 85, second side, en chiluk ben gadol lekatan, or ben ish leisha. It doesn't matter what he kidnapped. Adult, younger, a woman, or a young girl, the nefesh mikol makom mashma. The Torah tells us nefesh. Lo lignov nefesh. You're not allowed to steal a soul. One second. V'din ha'av ha'gonev bno, o harav et talmido, v'et mardea, mevuarin b'perek Sanhedrin. Okay. Now, like this. He's telling you even more than that. What about a father kidnapped his son? Or a Rebbe kidnapped his student? Which many times happened, unfortunately, in the New York area. There are a lot of cases like that, where students were kidnapped by their teachers. Because...
what's the reasoning there? What's the reasoning there?
Why did it happen? I don't want to go into why it's happening. The question is, what do we do now? What do we do with the curse? The person is caught. Okay? Now, now, the Rabbah, I'll tell you what's going on here. There is a klal that the Rabbah didn't mention here, but it's in the Gemara over there, that it has to be that he sold him. He kidnapped him and he has to sell him, and only then we will obligate him penalty of death.
Like Yosef's brothers?
That's right. That's why we have Asarat HaRagia L'Malchut, Rasha, this evil one, decided to kill 10 big Talmidei Chachamim because nobody was holy as the brothers. So who's going to take the punishment of theirs? This Rasha made up a whole story. Again,